Good morning. It's time for Precision Talk. I'm Marketing Manager Frank Olmstead with HDS Ag, and joining me, President Adam Gittens. Good morning, Adam.
Morning, Frank.
How you doing?
Wonderful.
Excellent. So, of course, we just wrapped up this week our Precision Pandemonium, our play on March Madness and their bracket. So we did our own, featuring not every line of product that we have here at HDS Ag, but a big majority of it, and we put them all in a bracket and had all our folks on Facebook kind of vote on their favorite, and we finally narrowed it down to the big winner.
The Aerostar U55.
That was a sleeper. It wasn't even a first round buy.
It was. It came out of left field.
Really,
we had no idea.
Really
but
did.
It's been a long, hard fought battle against many really qualified Ag Leader products, some OPI products, and even the Aerostar Pro, the U55's cousin. And what an incredible product. This is a unique product, and it's kind of fun that it won, Frank, because not only is this a spray drone, there's a lot of spray drones on the market, including the Aerostar Pro, which would be similar to a lot of the other brands that we see out there in the industry. But the U55 is a little bit unique in the fact that it is, per its name, under 55 pounds, and that's an important thing when we start talking about regulations. So the U55 is a very small, very compact spray drone. Now, granted, that's still a 55-pound drone,
right.
Almost 55 pounds, just under. But that is a really key difference between it and just about any other spray drone on the market right now. A little easier to get licensing and clear the regulatory hurdles, and very agile if you want to go do spot spraying. If you want to spray terraces, if you want to do that type of thing, a small, lightweight, easy to carry and maneuver drone, very, very effective tool. And so congratulations, Aerostar Dynamics, building a really great product that won the Precision Pandemonium bracket.
I couldn't believe it, but a big deal. So congratulations to the folks at Aerostar Dynamics and the U55, and any of the producers out there who have a U55.
Absolutely.
So moving on, of course, the last couple of weeks, everybody's gearing up to go planting, and we've talked about the checks and stuff, but just another reminder that, check your wiring, make sure your harnesses aren't pinched or broken or frayed anywhere. What else? The firmware. Have you got your firmware updated?
Do I?
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Okay, that's what there's a little hesitation.
I was just not sure if you were talking to me or someone else.
And then, of course, any unlocks that you might want, whether that's turn path or any of those. So get those going, so when it's time to hit the field, you absolutely can go with 100% confidence. So,
Frank, did we have to check the weather?
I don't think we have. Do we have a system that can control that?
Maybe next year. Check back next April 1st.
And then, as guys are planting and making the new crop to put into their bins, their old crop is going to move out, and we've got a system to help monitor that.
And this is the time of year as we get busy in the field that oftentimes we forget about what's happening in the grain bin or don't check it as often as we previously did. And believe it or not, April and May are typically the biggest months to have grain spoil for a couple of reasons. One, I believe we're busy. We're not checking it as often, like I said. But also then, because we're busy, it's the time of year where things are starting to warm up. And if we're not paying attention to it and we're not warming that grain up as we go through this weather starting to change and starting to heat up, the bins start to sweat. We've got cool grain inside and warm temperatures out, and we get that condensation happening, and it can, in some instances, even kind of rain from the roof with that condensation. And that can start to create problems if we're not paying attention or don't have a system in there to monitor that. So really great time to be, kind of a PSA here. Check your bins, guys. Even when you're out planting, when you're doing field work this spring, get out there and check those bins.
And if you had an OPI system, you could literally do that from the cab while you're planting.
From the cab, from the beach, from wherever you're at. You pull your phone out, you've got, and you don't even have to pull your phone out because that system is intelligent enough. We're going to send alerts. We're going to send you a text message and an email to tell you that there's an issue in that bin before you even log in to check it.
Absolutely. And, a lot of guys have a way that they run their bin. They have a tried and true method that's always worked for them.
Sure.
And an Opie system doesn't make you learn a new system.
Right. You can still run your fans the way you want, or we can put that into full automation. We can cut your fan usage by 40 to 60%, and we can automate that and turn the fans on and off when it makes the most sense to have those fans running.
Absolutely. So when it comes, when you're talking to a guy who's kind of on the fence, Adam, about getting an Opie system, and I know you have one, what was the biggest selling point for you to get one in your bin?
There's really three things in my mind that are the selling points for Opie. So peace of mind is definitely a big thing. And that peace of mind happens just knowing that I have something in there that'll catch something that I might miss. And so that helps me a bunch. Secondly, safety. I've got less trips up and down the bin, and that creates a safer environment to be able to go out and know that we still are getting good information out of that bin, but we're not crawling up and down that bin as much, so there's less chance for someone to get hurt crawling up and down the bin. Third, and possibly my favorite, not that diminishing the other two in any way, but ROI. You know, I've seen that 40 to 60% reduction in fan runtime. I've been able to rehydrate soybeans. There's so many financial benefits to having that fan automation that the system will literally pay for itself.
Absolutely. So if a guy has any questions, say he's got steering in his planter and he's just making the passes back and forth, he can always call and get more info on Opie from you.
Absolutely.
Because you'll be doing the same thing. You'll be going back and forth, and you don't have to steer. All you got to do is race the planter with turn path. You're pretty bored in the planter nowadays.
Yeah, we talked a couple weeks ago about turn path, and I got to run that and got all my anhydrous on. And turn path is just such a great feature. It takes all of the stress out of running that loop at the end of the field, not worrying about hitting the fence, not worried about if I cut too short or if I swung too wide. It lines everything up perfectly. And so, yeah, if you want to have a conversation, I'd be happy to do that while I'm out running back and forth.
All right. So give us a call, 712-744-4468. You can find us on the web at hdsag.com, or you can always follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, all at HDSAG. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Frank.